the Honorable Chief of Minister of Terengganu, Brother Zakir, VVIPs, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Zahar from Terengganu State. Actually, it was a long queue. I forgot the questions already. Anyway, since you have mentioned a few times about Bibles and Quran, as well as you mentioned about Sheikh Ahmed Deedat, which I know that Sheikh Ahmed Deedat is your sifu, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember I had read a few times where Sheikh Ahmed Deedat had debate with Anish Shorosh from Palestine a few times, and the last time was in Albert Hall of England. And the debate was about the Bible and the Quran, which is the words of Allah, of God. And I'm so sorry if this is very sensitive actually. The Christians claims that Anish Shorosh had won the debate, but at the same time, the Muslim supporters claim that Ahmed Deedat had won the debate. Now, could you please give a clear clarification of who really won the debate and what are the salient points that says that Quran is the words of God? Thank you.
The brother asked a question that Sheikh Ahmed Deedat, the person who inspired me, debated with Dr. Anish Shorosh many times, and last time in Royal Albert Hall. Not last time, the first time Royal Albert Hall, the topic, what is this God? The second time was Quran or the Bible, which is God, were in Birmingham, NEC Stadium. NEC, National Exhibition Center. And the Christians say that Anish Shorosh won, the Muslims say that Sheikh Deedat won. What is right? You see the, sorry?
Now, these are the things that the supporters of, the Christian supporters are claiming that they had won the debate. But when you go through all this, the Muslim claim that they won. So now, we don't know who really won and what are the salient points saying
if you hear the debate of Sheikh Deedat and Dr. Anish Shorosh, we find that what Anish Shorosh did was, he was speaking at 1,000 miles per hour. He was reading from his book, which he wrote. And when you speak at 1,000 miles per hour, some things you don't understand. And even I heard the debate, I didn't understand what he said. So if you don't understand what he said, how can I reply? Here it is, I could say, please sister repeat. There you could not say. Correct? Yeah. So when Anish Shorosh was reading at 100 miles per hour, you could see the audience getting irritated. He was looking down. He was speaking to himself, not to the audience. And debating is even my expertise, alhamdulillah. I'm supposed to be a student of Sheikh Deedat. And when I saw the debate, he was breaking all the rules of debate. He was reading to himself as though the audience didn't exist, and the audience was booing him. Yeah. But naturally, if you're going to look and talk like that, why has the audience come here? So, if you're going to read 1,000 miles per hour, so whatever Sheikh Deedat understood, he replied. And he hammered him, lock, stock and barrel. What he didn't understand, how can he reply? Correct? That's the reason he had a second day. He challenged any Christian missionary to come and no one came. So he replied to some parts which you could not understand. Now when you replay, you can understand. So Sheikh Deedat heard again and replied to more points the next day. If you see the sequel to his debate, he has replied to many points which he didn't understand the first day. And the best answer is, if you see the debate of Dr. Anish Shorosh with Dr. Jamal Badwi. Here, Sheikh Deedat was having a handicap. He could not understand 1,000 miles per hour speed. You understand? Yeah. And Anish Shorosh did not reply to Deedat, even though Deedat spoke very clearly. So as a person, when you can realize that Deedat spoke so clearly and Anish Shorosh did not reply, that means Anish Shorosh didn't have answers. Deedat, I do agree with you, did not answer to all his allegations, because his allegations were 1,000 miles per hour. It was so fast, they could not be understood. Party answered next day in the sequel. But if you see the debate between Anish Shorosh and Jamal Badwi, now because his book was released, now you can read the book. So after a few months, when Anish Shorosh debated with Jamal Badwi took Anish Shorosh lock, stock and barrel. Though he spoke at 100 miles per hour, Jamal Badwi could read the book. And he was prepared. Before the debate with Sheikh Deedat, the book wasn't released. So Anis Sorosh answered each and every point by point, and really flattened him. Sheikh Deedat, mashallah, did a wonderful job. Even though he could not understand many things, he answered. And that's the reason the Muslims believe that he won the debate. And the Christians, they are supporting the batil, the falsehood. Really, such a Christian tells you, tell him, hear the sequel of Sheikh Deedat, you'll get more answers. Hear the debate with Dr. Jamal Badi, you'll get all the answers. And so, but natural, as Allah says in the Quran in Surah Isra, chapter number 17, verse number 81, Allah says, وَقُلْ جَاءَ الْحَقُّ وَزَاقَ الْبَاطِلِ إِنَّ الْبَاطِلَ كَانَ زَهُوقًا. When truth is heard against falsehood, falsehood perishes. For falsehood, it's by its nature bound to perish. Hope that answers the question. And I thank the audience for their patient listening. وَآخِرُ الدَّعْوَانَ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ.